Hey, Doug Stone here for Doc Sports, and we are ready to go with some more NFL free picks for you. All right. Before we get there, we're going to talk about two things real quick. Number one, top plays. 7-3 recently, up almost $2,500 on 6-unit or higher plays at Doc Sports. So I'm going to have at least, well, I know I'm going to have an NFL one for sure. And I'm also, for sure, going to have a college bowl game pick. I'm just deciding right now if it's going to be one on Friday or one on Saturday. And you know what? It might be both. So we're still working on that. Been working on the bowl season hot and heavy, so excited about that. And going to try and churn out some more winners. Hey, speaking of winners, yours truly, NBA, 4-unit or higher plays. Another winner on Tuesday night. With the Indiana Pacers, who won the game outright against the Los Angeles Lakers. That takes me to 14-3 on plays that are 4 units or higher. That's 82.4% if I remember correctly, and that's up over $5,380. So we're just killing it on our bigger NBA plays so far this season. And we're going to continue with it this week. You can get those plays and you can get the 6-unit plays at my page at Doc Sports. Go to Doug Upstone, click, see my picture, see this mug, click on it. It takes you right to the page, and you can get my top play action on a daily basis in all sports or my full cards, whatever works best for you. All right, let's talk some NFL teasers, shall we? First up, the Buffalo Bills are going to be at the New England Patriots. Buffalo opened as a 6.5-point underdog. Now, back in week 3, Buffalo was 3-0 and was playing against New England at home, and they gave a good effort, but they lost the game 16-10 as a 7-point underdog. Okay, now we move ahead now to week 16, 12 weeks later, and there's been quite a bit of a change in terms of the odds and how the odds makers see both teams. What am I talking about? Well, I just said 6.5-point underdog. If you extrapolate that to where New England is the home favorite, that should mean the Patriots, if all things were equal, they'd be a 13-point home favorite, okay? Not 6.5. Okay, so big difference there. So the Bills are unquestionably better today than they were back then, and New England is not as good, or it certainly is not viewed being as good today as they were back then. We also can take into consideration here for this teaser, the Buffalo Bills are 6-1 on the road and 6-0-1 against the spread this season. The Pats offense, they're not close to what they used to be. And for the first time since 2003, they don't even have a Pro Bowl player this season. Isn't that crazy? And first time Brady hasn't been there since 2008. So with the idea of being able to take Buffalo from 6.5 all the way up to 12.5 and go past the key numbers of 7 and 10, I think we have an excellent value for this NFL teaser on Buffalo plus 12.5. Next up, Houston is going to be at Tampa Bay. That's going to be the first game of the day on Saturday on the NFL Network. Buccaneers come in as 3-point underdogs to Houston. Now, Houston won a very important game at Tennessee this past week to take over the lead in the AFC South. Now, the Texans, if they win this week, they're the division champs in the AFC South, no matter what happens with Tennessee in their game, because even though they would only have a 1-game lead, if they're tied, besides head-to-head, the second tiebreaker is division, and Houston's already has that wrapped up over Tennessee. But this is where it gets tricky. Tampa Bay, with Jameis Winston, okay, have won 4 in a row, 5 out of 6. They're playing very good football. They've won, and their record is now 500. Okay, they're not going to get to the playoffs, but they've made some vast improvements. Now, Winston, you can take him for what he's worth. Okay, 24 interceptions, that's not good, but 30 touchdowns is. That's certainly very, very good. And he's being criticized, and and the game of football has certainly changed from what it used to be. but he's more of the, I'm going to say, a type of quarterback that you used to see in the 70s and 80s and maybe even the early 90s, where, you know what, he just keeps throwing the ball. Interceptions be damned. He's just going to keep chucking the ball, and he's scoring points. This is the most prolific scoring team Tampa Bay has ever had. So you have that. You have you have Tampa Bay, I believe, with the #1 rush defense in the NFL. That's certainly of note. So they've made a big improvement there. So now, is Houston going to have the same energy as last week for this one? Questionable, I would say. Tampa Bay, hey, they're loose and carefree, man. They're just going out, having fun, playing ball, and winning games. To be able to take Tampa Bay from +3 to +9, to me, is an excellent value. And the last 27 times that Tampa Bay has scored 35 or more points in their next contest, they have won by an average of 4.7 points per game. Let's take Tampa Bay plus the 9 over Houston for this teaser. So there you have it. A couple plays. Sometime Wednesday afternoon, my other 2 plays will be available for NFL teasers this week. And we'll try and have some better luck than what happened last week when we went 2-2, where the NFL took away a victory for us with Oakland and then later apologized to the Raiders for the blown call. A lot of good that does, right? But it happened. We move on, looking for 4-0. So I give you the 2 free ones here. Go to my page at Doc Sports, get the other 2 free ones, and we're all set to go. So I'll be back on Friday with more free picks. So this is Doug Upson for Doc Sports. Until then, I'm out.